All right, here we go. We have 2x minus 3y less than or equal to 6. So what I said before was we have to isolate the y. Remember that? Y equals mx plus b. Let's do that right now, shall we? Let's move that 2x over to the other side by doing the opposite, which is subtraction in this case. So that gives me negative 3y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 6. Remember, you want the x before the constant because it's got to be mx plus b. All right? So go ahead and write it in the correct spot to begin with so you don't have to worry about it later. The last step is to divide by negative 3. And remember that you have to do this across the board to make sure that it stays equal and balanced. So when I do that, I get y equals over here, y. Negative divided by negative is a positive, so that's positive 2/3 x. And then I have a positive 6 divided by a negative 3 is a negative 2. And remember what I said just a minute ago. When you divide by a negative, see that less than or equal to sign? That's the one that I was talking about. It's got to flip over, greater than or equal to, okay? I just wanted to remind you of that. That's something we need to pay attention to. Once we get this all worked out and everything is the way we want it, we have to identify slope, which is m, the y-intercept, which is b. Okay, let's do that first. Slope is m. This is going to be how I move. This is my b, my y-intercept. That's where I'm going to begin. Now the next thing I want to know is I have x and y, so what kind of line is this? It's a diagonal line, that's right. So let's write that. Diagonal, whoops. And then I have to decide, is it solid or is it dotted or broken? Well, to do that, I look at my inequality sign. I have a greater than or equal to, so this is solid. A solid line, so that's going to be easier for us to graph. So let's graph this and then we'll worry about shading in a minute. I have negative 2 is where I start. So here's my negative 2, boom, there's my first point. My slope is positive 2 over positive 3. So positive 2 means I go up. So from this point, I'm going to count up 2. So I'm going to go up 1, 2. I'm going to run over 3. 1, 2, 3. I can count up 2 over 1, 2, 3. And I could keep doing this as long as I really feel like doing it, but I'm done. So connect my points, make my line, because you know it goes further than that. Okay, that's good enough. Now I have my line drawn, and I have to decide, do I shade above it or below it? So again, if you want to cheat, greater than shades above the line. So I am predicting that we're going to shade up here, okay? If this is where I'm predicting, then I'm going to pick a test point. And remember what I said. Can you pick 0, 0 every time? 99.9% of the time, you can pick 0, 0, your origin, as your test point. It's the fastest, it's the easiest. 0 times anything is 0, so you don't have to do a lot of work. So let's plug that in and see if it works, right? So we have 0, greater than or equal to 2/3 times 0 minus 2, okay? 0 times anything is 0. That's that property that we learned. So we have 0 greater than or equal to 2/3 times 0 is 0, so you can cross that off. Bring down negative 2. Now ask yourself, is 0 greater than negative 2? Yes, it is, okay? 0 is bigger than any negative number. So yes, it's true. So yes, I shade over here, okay? So I picked it in the right spot. If I would have picked a number down here, my answer would have come out false. So because it would have come out false, I would have shaded over here anyway. So as long as you do it correctly, you should pick out the correct way to shade, all right? Okay, we're done graphing this for a little bit. Come back and we're going to pick some different things and graph systems of equations and systems of inequalities, all right? See you back in a minute.